Welcome back to our special breaking news coverage, and still no comment from the special counsel, Jack Smith. No comment when a CNN crew spotted him in D.C. today and asked about the target letter he sent to Donald Trump. CNN asking whether the special counsel's office is preparing to indict the former president over efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election here in the United States. Several congressional Republicans are vowing to support Trump despite his growing legal troubles. Here's Texas Congressman Troy Nehls. Listen.
Donald Trump's the leader of our party, and Donald Trump is going to beat Joe Biden in 2024 for a second time. Why are they doing everything they can to prevent him from being on the ballot in 2024? I'll tell you why. Because Donald Trump will win in 2024, and the left they're scared.
Let's bring in our chief congressional correspondent, Manu Raju. He's up on Capitol Hill. Manu, you got some colorful language there from the congressman. What more are you hearing from Republican lawmakers?
Yeah, Republicans are trying to plot exactly how to respond to the news that Donald Trump could potentially face his third criminal indictment. You've seen actions taken already in the other indictments, including going after the prosecutor in New York over the first Trump indictment and then trying to ask for his testimony, as well as seeking records from Jack Smith himself as part of the classified records probe. And now there's calls from some on the hard right to defund the special counsel's investigations altogether. That includes coming from Congressman Matt Gaetz, who said that he planned to introduce a bill to go after the special counsel's investigation. And I just caught up with Congressman Byron Donalds, another one of Donald Trump's prominent allies on Capitol Hill. And he indicated that it may be time to go after the Justice Department's funding when it comes time to fund the government.
This is outrageous, and Jack Smith is out of control. What we are looking at while we're dealing with appropriations is some of the dollars that are going to the relevant agencies. Because if the Department of Justice is going to have a two-tier system about how they choose to investigate and prosecute, then maybe they don't need that much money.
Now, all of this is seen by Democrats as a blatant way to interfere with an ongoing criminal investigation, try to go after this probe without even knowing any of the allegations or evidence as outlined by this potential indictment. All we know is what Donald Trump said, is that he is the target of this investigation. But Wolf, even as his most prominent allies are rushing to his defense, many Republicans on Capitol Hill still staying silent, including the Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, who just moments ago would not answer questions about this as he walked onto the Senate floor. Also, the Speaker of the House is much different than the Speaker of the House, who came out and aggressively defended the former president in the immediate aftermath of this news, just showing the divisions that continue to persist on Capitol Hill and within the Republican Party over how to deal with the former president and these charges that could be coming any day.
Republican lawmakers are jumping to former President Trump's defense. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and other members of Congress accused the Justice Department of acting as a weapon for the Biden Justice Department and the Democrats. CNN congressional correspondent Lauren Fox is with us now. So, Lauren, this is more or less what we've come to expect from Republicans on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, Abby, this news broke yesterday when House Republicans were actually having a weekly conference meeting behind closed doors, meaning that they may not have had all the nuances of what exactly was part of this target letter. And yet, when they emerged from that meeting, they were so quick to defend former President Donald Trump. Meanwhile, this is just a latest split screen between House Republicans and House Democrats and how they're perceiving the reality of a situation.
There's little doubt that former President Trump was very specifically and granularly involved in trying to overturn the results of the legitimate presidential election that he lost.
This appears to be the culmination of it, and I expect Donald Trump to be indicted in the near future.
Yeah, it's absolute bull. Yeah, that's my reaction.
President Trump went up in the polls and was actually surpassing President Biden for re-election. So what do they do now? Weaponize government.
One more ridiculous thing from the Justice Department. This is as wrong as it gets.
And Republicans are vowing to use the power of the appropriations process to try to hold back some funding to the Justice Department, whether it be for a new FBI headquarters or whether it be to the special counsel's office investigating these matters into former President Donald Trump. But we should note that there really is a split screen between how House Republican leadership is dealing with this and how Senate Republican leadership is dealing with this. I tried to ask Mitch McConnell yesterday in the halls specifically about this issue. He did not respond to that question. It's not abnormal that he doesn't talk in the hallways, but we should also note he does not respond to questions about former President Donald Trump's legal woes. You also had John Thune, who's the Republican whip, acknowledging the fact that this continues to be a distraction for the Republican Party.